Hello and welcome to Big Tech Tutorials. Today I will be showing you yet another way that you could insert a photo into text. We're going to start this project by going out to File, then New. Once inside New, you're going to go ahead and select the size you want. I'm going to go to US Paper and choose letter size since I am printing to a regular sheet of paper. And then hit OK. And once here I know that I want my background black and it's currently white, so we can use some of the shortcuts that I mentioned in my previous videos, which are Alt and backspace will give you your foreground color, and Control and backspace will give you your background color. I want the foreground color that I have selected right now, which is black, so I'm going to use Alt and backspace. And there we go, I have a black background. Now you're going to want to insert some text, which is the text that you're going to want the photo placed in, and I'm going to click on text and I'll go ahead and choose my font. Now remember when choosing your font that you want something that is nice and thick. You don't want something too thin because then how much of the image will be showing through? Not very much. So I'm going to go with Impact. As you can see, there's a sample there for you that's nice and thick, and that seems like a good font for this tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and choose it. Font size I want is 300 points, and I already know that. And since I have a black background, I obviously don't want black text, so what you're going to do is you're going to click on this little box here, which is to set the text color. I'm going to click on it, go over to white, click there, and hit OK. Now I have, as you can see, white set to my text color. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on my screen and type in my text. I'm going to be using the word ice. Now, in order to reposition your text, if you didn't put it in exactly the spot you wanted it, which I have not, you can go to your Move tool, which will get you out of your text tool, and then reposition, or you can simply move away from your text, and then it'll turn to the Move cursor by itself, then you can click and drag it where you'd like it. And I'd say that's about good for me. Alright, now once you have your text all set, you can go ahead and click this checkbox here to accept your changes. And there we go. We now have our background and we have our text layer. The only thing missing from this would be the image that we are going to want to have inside of our text. So in order to bring that in, you're going to go to File and you're going to go to Place. Now that I have this dialog, I am going to select the picture, which in this case is this ice photo you see here. I'm going to click it and hit place, and it will bring it in. Now it is a little too big for my liking, and since I just placed it without hitting anything else, I can automatically begin to resize. Now to resize, you can click on any one of the corners or center pieces here, the dots that you see, and just start dragging. But if you do that you might, as for example, either squeeze it in to where it becomes too narrow or drop it down too much to where it becomes too wide. So to get around this, hold the Shift key on your keyboard and you can resize it proportionally. Now another trick is that if you continue to hold Shift and also add the Alt key, when you begin to resize, it'll do proportionally and constrain it from all sides evenly. That's about right. I'm going to let go, and seems good. Now to accept your changes, go ahead and hit the checkbox, and there we go. Now from here it is fairly simple. You need to create a clipping mask. Now there's several ways you can go about it. One way is with your photo layer selected here, as you see as indicated with the white borders. You can go over to the right here, click on this menu and hit create clipping mask. That's one way. You can also go here to layer, create clipping mask. That is another way. Or there's a nice shortcut that Adobe has incorporated for you, and that is if you hover your mouse right in between the two layers where you want to create the clipping mask, hold the Alt key on your keyboard, you will see this icon pop up. Once you see that icon, go ahead and click and your clipping mask is created. And there you go. You have your effect. And the nice thing about this effect is that should you want to maybe at a later date revisit this and type in a different word, you can accomplish that by clicking on your text layer and double clicking. That'll highlight all your text, and you can go ahead and just type something else out entirely. And remember, just move away from the text so that you can reposition like so. Then go ahead and accept the changes, and there you go. You have same effect with different text. Thank you for visiting Big Tech Tutorials, and have fun inserting a picture into text.